the wet season is definitely with us, and August is typically the wettest month of the year for Trinidad. Right now, the adverse weather alert has been dropped by the Meteorological Service, which is a good news, but those rains also caused a deluge in Grenada, when the Atlantic is quiet for now. As you can see here across the Atlantic at this time of the year, into August, we get those trade winds coming from Africa straight across into the Eastern Caribbean, and the Caribbean waters tend to warm up as well. So obviously we tend to see a lot more activity as we go through August. But right now, it seems as though there's nothing happening across the Atlantic. We've got dry, dusty air, and we also have those unfavorable winds coming in off the Caribbean and basically not causing any sort of issues for us. In terms of the local weather, we have seen those floodwaters beginning to subside. The intense intertropical convergence zone has left, so we are not expecting the ITCZ to play any significant part as we go through late tonight and tomorrow, but it doesn't mean we won't see any of those passing showers. Overall, at least through Friday, you'll see occasional cloudiness, a few passing showers, and then we'll get some brightness towards the weekend, and obviously that's good news. We'll see a couple of drier days as you get towards the weekend. So for Trinidad and well as Tobago, look for a settled night, just the occasional shower. There may also be some Saharan dust slipping through, so it could turn hazy at times through Tobago through Friday morning and into the afternoon. Similarly for Trinidad, only occasional showers will linger across the hillsides, especially along those western areas of Trinidad. But for tomorrow, a lot more sunshine to come. A lot of the sunshine coming through Maraval into Diego Martin. Only the occasional shower coming into your morning and afternoon. Similarly for central and southern areas, fair skies for the most part. Most of those showers should be fairly brief, less than half an hour, and you can go about your business for the most part as you go through southern areas of Trinidad. Temperature-wise, tonight, a mild night, 24 degrees Celsius in Trinidad, 25 in Tobago, as high as 32 across the country. And we'll likely still see some of the temperatures rising as we get towards late on Saturday and Sunday. Expect Sunday to be 32 in Tobago under hot conditions there, and 33 likely in Trinidad on Sunday, and we'll likely see a bit more showery activity come Monday. Now, for those heading offshore, very little is set to change in terms of the winds. Easterly at 15 to 20 knots. A few whitecaps expected, but wind waves should stay below 2 meters in those east-northeasterly swells. And you've got your low tide at 2 a.m. and your high tide at 8 a.m. Now, across the Caribbean, that tropical wave is now in the central part of the sea and likely continue to make inroads out towards the Dominican Republic as we get towards late on Friday. So they will be seeing some showers developing there. You can just see it there popping up as we go through there later on Thursday and going into Friday. So for us here in the Eastern Caribbean, it looks as though we'll be seeing a drier weather for Grenada, if not a touch hazy. 30 degrees Celsius as well. Up towards Bridgetown, maybe there's a slight chance of a brief shower coming through, and maybe a few showers as well towards the north, up towards Dominica. But for the Greater Antilles, still a lot of cloudiness expected for Kingston, also some showers for Santo Domingo, and a couple of rumbles for Cuba. But at least right now, in terms of the weather, the Atlantic is quiet, and at least for us, we'll see fair skies through Friday. So that's your weather, and that's from me.